Aloha, friends. Boy, has it happened since 2020, at least for me. All kinds of stuff going on. And I guess what we're discovering is that as the frequencies go higher, whatever parts of us can't synchronize with that ends up manifesting as some sort of symptom. And it could just literally be anything from, well, another thing that's affecting it all, not only the frequency, but the Schumann resonance has been really crazy and spiking extremely high. And that too is playing into symptoms that people are having. Um, Headaches, body aches, pain, confusion, and I'm starting to really get the sense now that when the event is really kicked in to high gear, it's going to incapacitate a lot of people mentally. And people are going to seem like they're on drugs or on sedatives. And as I'm, talking about this, here's this dude over here. Where is he? I can hear him. I can't see him. He's just standing out in front of the store, just talking to himself, I suppose. So yeah, it's pretty wild. It's pretty wild how people are being affected. And so, as far as people being comatose, it's really so that sort of for their own good, I guess you could say, because if everybody, started freaking out like this dude over here standing in front of the store hollering at the air, then, potentially it could be really bad. So it's almost, you could think of it as an energetic sedative, so that people do have time to integrate the energies and kind of sort of catch up, I guess, with it and stuff. So Hang on, I might need to move. I don't really want to. Time to go to school. Let me move because I don't want to be out of sight of this dude. He seems very unstable, and he almost seems like he was eyeballing me for whatever reason, and I don't want the dude sneaking around and coming up from behind or some shit. So hang on. All right, so this all has to do with frequencies, vibration, energy, and whatnot. And it's already sort of happening. I mean, it's been happening, but I mean, as far as collectively, feeling the effects. I mean, I've certainly been feeling the effects. Everybody that I know has been feeling the effects. And again, a lot of it seems kind of negative because it's sort of presenting as symptoms. I went through a pretty bad lower back upset, which I haven't had any problems with in a long time. I guess for about 2 months I've been sort of dabbling back with smoking cigarettes, which I was pretty much 2 years off of them. And the little bit of smoke that I did, just nothing is affecting me the same. Nothing. And so during the course of trying to deal with my lower back and acute pain and everything, I took a half of a pain pill, which a friend of mine hooked me up with when he came to know of my situation. And it just made me really sick. And like, it was really affecting my mind, because I usually don't have too much trouble controlling my mind and my thoughts and stuff, but I was just getting all these images and stuff, and I'm sure you've experienced before where you feel so shitty that you just want to be asleep. And but when you start to fall asleep, all of a sudden you sort of jolt yourself awake, like, no, you can't fall asleep right now. Or like I would feel like I was falling or something, like the images in my mind, I would be like suddenly falling or something, and so that would like jolt me sort of awake. And yeah, so it was just terrible. And then I got, of course, I got really sick and threw up several times, and I just could not wait for this feeling to get off of me. It was brought on by this, a half of a pain pill. So I came to realize that, we, as much work as probably, everybody's been doing on themselves, we must, really continue that work. We must really continue to work on ourselves. Get our own purity, if you will, in order, and purge, whatever needs to be purged. And so I just, I decided, I'm done. I'm done. I don't want to take any pain. When you have bad pain, you're kind of in a, long story short, I ended up getting a hold of some really good turmeric, which does wonders for the body in multiple ways, especially as an anti-inflammatory. And so I've been like 5 days now without a cigarette. Longer than that without any smoke. That was like the only thing as far as, physical, chemical things that I needed to purge. No desire for a pain pill ever again. I mean, that was like a terrible experience, so I really just don't want to repeat it ever. And I've never taken pharmaceuticals and stuff, so it just, I'm not experienced with all the different kinds of pharmaceuticals and stuff and what they do and how they make you feel. A lot of people seemingly these days could just go right down the list, boom, 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 boom. I've taken all these. This does this, and all that. But no, I can't. I never could, and I certainly don't want to start now. So, so things are affecting us much more acutely with the overall frequency being higher. The Schumann resonance, sort of just like a roller coaster ride. The needing to still purge things, no matter what it is. It doesn't have to just be, physical, chemical things. It could be thought patterns. It could be habits, beliefs, all this, and so as we get closer to the main event, let's say, because the event's already underway, this has already been happening, but we're kind of fully into the waters of Aquarius now, and so everything's sort of ratcheted up, and wherever we're lacking or lagging is where the manifestations are gonna come forward as a way of showing us where we need to focus getting our house in order, if you will. So and sorry if I seem a little, I've been off since 2020 hit. I'll just be honest with you and just say it. I have not been quote unquote normal since 2020 came about. And again, it kind of comes across as negative for people because it seems to be that it's having to do with symptoms and things that are happening that are sort of unpleasant. But really it's better to go through this now and to get more prepared now, because when the main event happens, you really don't want to be one of these people that's going to be sort of in a comatose state. I mean, I'm not saying they're going to be catatonic and laying, motionless on the ground. Some of them might be. Some of them might actually die, actually. But I think for most people, they're just going to be, it's going to come across for them as they're sedated. And this is going, the purpose for that, I believe, is that so everybody could stay a little bit chill in a situation where everybody could just freak the hell out and things could turn pretty chaotic pretty quickly. And the purpose of the main event is not to bring chaos, because this is all for the good. This is all for the betterment. This is all for the manifesting of new earth and all of that, and bringing us closer and into oneness. And so it's just a way of giving people, I guess, more time. More time. Because the time is now. The time was yesterday. We should have already been. See, that's the thing. If you're conscious and you've been conscious, then you already sort of knew all this. You already knew to kind of get prepared. You already knew that change was coming. And you know, should have already been purifying, let us say. But it's hard to do down here. This is a dense ass place. And so it's just very hard, seemingly, to do these things. And so, you know, this will motivate you. I mean, it could, it should, it can. So that's kind of it, my friends. You know, we don't want to end up like this. A lot of people are going to end up like that right there. And no light workers should end up like that. And I don't think we'll end up like that, because we literally are way ahead of the game. Way ahead of the game. The people in the Matrix have no idea what's happening and is gonna happen. They're still in the delusion. And when that delusion is suddenly vaporized and they're standing, you know, raw and exposed, if you will, they could very easily end up banged up and upside down. So I love everybody. I miss everybody. I don't know that I'm going to be making as many videos as pre-2020. It's seemingly harder to express in language since 2020. And you know, I'm not one to just make a video just to make a video, so I'll check this one out and see if it's even worth posting. You know, I've erased a couple that I've made that I didn't even post. But honestly, I think there's been 2 since the last one, because I've been trying to integrate my own self and deal with everything my own self too, and realizing that it's not just me. This is not just happening to me. Everybody, like I said, everybody I know is dealing in some way, shape, or form with this frequency change. This, you know, we're waist deep in the Aquarian waters, and everybody is feeling that, and we're going deeper. And so I guess that's my main message to everybody, to all of us. Continue to work on yourself because we are going deeper, my friends. Until next time, wholeness.